Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ice here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit of a meta discussion, something just real quick, just talking about something that came to my attention. Taimu has recently said in an interview, he said that tanks and supports carry games above what a DPS can do, and he said that DPS are not what you want to be playing when you're ranking up and when you're trying to get better at the game. Now we can look at a little bit closer at this quote, or not really this quote, but we'll just look at the idea behind it. He said that you can place anyone, and he means anyone, in DPS as long as you have good supports and good tanks behind them. I personally believe this is true as well. The idea that the DPS is the hardcore carry, I don't really know where that comes from. I think DPS mains maybe insinuate that a little bit themselves. But no, supports and tanks, I believe, are the real carry within this game. Supports, they keep you alive, and a lot of good things to climb with is, play a support, play flex. It's one of the most recommended I see anywhere out of any YouTube videos. Flex, and usually to support because, nobody wants to play support, or you have that one mercy main that nobody wants to say anything to, and they just flame your entire team. The good reason is, at the highest level, these are guys that usually played probably DPS and stuff, unless they one-tricked all the way to their rank. Most of them probably played DPS for a fair amount. This gives them the edge among other teammates and among other teams. They can look around and they can see, who do I need to be healing right now? Do I need to be healing that Genji, or do I need to be healing that baby diva? Who should I be power targeting? For Ana's, when do I use my sleep? For some people it's pretty obvious. For others it's a little bit harder harder equation. Do I target the guy that just got nano boosted, or do I target the Roadhog that's about to push my entire team off the map? It's a delicate balance, and the players that master this absolutely carry their teams. You have no idea how many times I'll see an Ana just absolutely annihilate my team because she knows exactly when and where to throw her anti-grenades to just shut out all of our team's healings, letting us get wiped off the face of the map. I myself play a decent amount of Ana, and often think of myself as a decent Ana. My aim's not too bad, so I can usually keep my team healed up. I believe I have some clips of me playing Ana in here. I'll see if I can get those in. I made a few clutch plays. Just healing your teammates up, keeping them alive, and knowing when to burn your ults. You can put your team on your back that way. So Taimu's absolutely right, and some people say, oh well, it's just because he's got the best tanks and supports in the world backing him up. Well, that's true, that it's good knowledge at any rank. Any rank can benefit from this. If you're a good tank player, you don't have to play DPS to get out of gold. This is a specific patch they're pushing through in the next couple of days. I think they pushed it through today, actually, changing it from personal stats to how you do overall compared to your what you're normally doing, to show how much SR you're going to benefit. I believe this is only diamond or above. But it's just the best way to learn the game, and it's the best way to put your team on your back. Taimu was absolutely right with this. A good tank player, a good Rhine that knows when to charge, when to attack, he can manage to swing and get half the enemy team. He knows when to hold his shield up. He knows when to hammer down. He knows when to fire a strike. A Winston that knows who to dive, when to dive, how to dive, when to throw their bubble down, when to jump back to his team, and when to just, go ham, just shock their entire team. Diva's pretty big in the meta right now. Someone who absolutely knows how to save their Matrix is an incredible Diva player. They will help your team out to no end and extent. There's no stopping them if they know how to correctly use that. Back when Diva was the end-all be-all meta pick, you had to know how to use that to be able to play her. If you didn't, you were going to throw the game. But a Diva was absolutely necessary. Looking at it right now, Divas are still mostly necessary, but they're not absolutely, you don't have to have them to win, but they're still nice. You can throw your team on your back so much harder. DPS players can only do so much. They don't have the value of being able to soak damage. Maybe they can get a few clutch kills, but only with the spacing you create for them. Tanks create so much spacing. Roadhog can pull in a key target. Reinhardt can pin their mercy down. Winston can go frag out some of their Hanzos and Widows. I know there's a prominent at the lower ranks, and so Winston's just an insane pick. He can carry so much harder than any DPS could at that rank. Orisa getting pulls, knowing when to use her armor, who to pull, where to put shields, when to use the power bongo. It's all just a part of the game, and you carry so much harder playing supports. Moira right now is insanely overpowered. you know, you can frag out and heal on her. That's the thing a lot of people don't think about DPS at lower ranks. They don't think you can get kills, or they're just obsessed with getting kills and they won't heal. The ones that only want to get kills, well, they're awful supports. You're not doing what you're supposed to. And the ones that think the only job you have is to heal, well, that's not right. Maybe on Mercy, but even then you can provide your damage boost. For Moira, I mean, I have plenty of clips of me going backline and fragging out, killing a key target, and then jumping back into my team. That teleport is just absolutely insane right now. You know, Ana, you can hit sleep darts on whoever. You know, if you want to take down one of their supports, that's good. Just call it out right when you do it. You know, you can save it for, you know, when a hog uses his, you know, tries to push you all off the point, and he gets nano boosted. You know, you've got that sleep. You've just disabled 2 of their ults. You've made them burn it. There's infinite things you can do. You know, Zenyatta putting his Discord orb on the right targets at the right time is going to do so much more for any of the DPS than, you know, any other character could. If anything, you're empowering the DPS to be as incredibly high praised as they are. They're nothing without you, and just remember that. You know, if you're flexing, you know, these DPS players, they might, you know, try to say, oh, that was all me, but you know that you were the Zenyatta throwing those Discord orbs and making them so powerful. You're the Ana keeping them alive. You're the ones that build the entire game. The space and the, you know, the gaps you give them are what makes the game. If I give you a Grandmaster Ana in gold, he's gonna absolutely carry. It doesn't matter. He'll know when to use all of his abilities. He'll make those DPS get kills even if they were trying not to. You know, it's just so hard to stop him. Symmetra's kind of in a weird spot right now. She's, you know, kind of busted, kind of not. She's in a weird spot. Nobody really likes to play her unless they're trolling, but when she's used right, she's absolutely bananas. And she doesn't do healing, but she's still an asset to the team. But she's kind of excluded from this discussion, along with, you know, mid tanks like Mei, Doomfist, Bastion to an extent. You know, they can kind of do their own stuff. You know, not to say that they don't benefit from what you guys do, but they can definitely make their own spacing. They can do what they need to, so they're good mid-round picks. But yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say for today. You know, talking about supports and the little Taimu quote. My name's Ice. Peace.